Greetings, everyone. To His Excellency Ambassador Andre Thomas, Mr. Raphael DeAngelis, Dr. Omaima David, and Mr. Shaka Jones, I'd like to thank you and your dedicated teams at Upturn Funds and Leadership Axe Head Consulting, along with every individual whose work made this transformative summit a reality, and for inviting me to address you today. I'm Congresswoman Yvette Clarke, and I proudly represent New York's 9th Congressional District in Central and South Brooklyn, representing one of the most populous and most diverse Caribbean American communities in the United States. I'm very honored to join you for CIS 2022, albeit virtually. As a co-chair of the Caribbean Caucus in the United States House of Representatives, I've been an outspoken advocate and legislator who has made the U.S.-Caribbean relationship one of my top priorities. I've worked with my colleagues to strengthen the economic and social ties between the United States and the CARICOM nations and its diaspora. I truly believe this week's summit will serve as a formidable opportunity for establishing the pivot that I firmly believe is required to elevate CARICOM and its middle-income states away from primarily being viewed as foreign aid recipients and indebted nations to positioning our beloved nations of the Caribbean towards a mutually beneficial path through economic investment to economic stability, economic diversity, growth, and progress. As has been indicated through the promotion of the CIS 2022, this summit will be an investment solutions-focused summit where government, private sector, and global leaders present tailor-made solutions for the socioeconomic development needs of the Caribbean with a focus on value and advancement of human capital. This is truly music to my ears. As a proud Jamaican American woman representing a diverse swath of the Caribbean diaspora, I couldn't be more elated about the vision and mission of this historic convening. I also believe that unfortunately, or fortunately, the COVID-19 pandemic has created a unique opportunity for the nations of the Caribbean to reimagine their positioning as they develop 21st century civil societies. I'm very pleased to report that the Biden administration's commitment to Caribbean development and the strengthening of the U.S.-CARICOM relationship, as well as that of me and many of my colleagues in Congress, we have a unique opportunity and a very receptive environment in which to advance meaningful and mutually beneficial economic investment solutions. We have already begun doing so by having ongoing conversations with key leaders in the Biden administration and with members of the Caribbean Diplomatic Corps, along with prioritizing broader, productive discussions like those held at the Summit of the Americas this past June. As we march forward into the 21st century, America must continue to employ a consistent and productive dialogue with Caribbean nations in order to adequately address the challenges that face our Western Hemisphere now and into the future. A nation is essentially nothing without its trusted allies, and there's no denying that the United States' long-standing connection to the Caribbean through immigration, tourism, trade, culture, and too much more to list make it the special, strategic, important relationship that it is today. However, in securing that relationship, it is imperative that a comprehensive approach that capitalizes on partnerships between the private sector and governments are secured to overcome the crises and hardships of the coming years. I believe the private sector has a considerable role in fostering community development that is as sustainable as it is all-encompassing, particularly when it comes to ensuring capital reaches Caribbean communities, families, across the diaspora. Effects from the COVID-19 pandemic has left the Caribbean community in economic, social, and political despair, causing many countries to struggle with protracted economic recoveries as they rely on global investments, trade, and tourism. That is why, as neighbors, we must invest in the stabilization of the region to not only bring about peace, but to unleash an era of prosperity that improves the lives of those residing in the Caribbean region. Know that I will never cease my unwavering advocacy and leadership among my colleagues in Congress to deliver economic relief and build partnerships within the Caribbean region. So thank you for inviting me once again to address you. Let's get to work and enjoy the remainder of the Caribbean Investment Summit 2022. One love, bless up, and walk good. Thank you.